Imagine if an ancient prophecy, written thousands of years ago, could change the future of Israel. Could the return of the Red Heifer be the sign that the Third Temple is finally coming? The Red Heifer, the Third Temple, and the Book of Jubilees, these pieces of an old prophecy may be more connected than you think. In this video, we'll explore these ancient signs and what they mean for today. Watch till the end to uncover the full truth. The Red Heifer holds a place of immense significance in Jewish tradition, its role deeply intertwined with rituals of purity. In the book of Numbers 19, we find the sacred instructions on how the ashes of a perfect, unblemished red cow were used to cleanse those who had become impure. This was no ordinary ritual. It was a powerful, symbolic act that allowed the people to stand before God in a state of spiritual purity. For centuries, the Red Heifer was more than just a sacrifice. It was a living, breathing link to the divine. Without it, the temple could not be sanctified, and the people could not be made whole. Can you imagine the awe and reverence felt by those who witnessed the sacred process unfold? But there's more to this story. The Third Temple, a prophecy that echoes through the corridors of Jewish belief. Many believe that the coming of this temple is not just a matter of architecture, it's the fulfillment of divine prophecy. For centuries, the dream of rebuilding the Third Temple has burned brightly in the hearts of Jews around the world. It is said to herald a new age, an era where God's presence will once again dwell among His people in the most profound way. But how will this come to pass? What sign will mark the beginning of this holy transformation? Enter the Book of Jubilees, an ancient text that adds layers of insight to this prophetic journey. It offers a unique perspective on the temple, on the rituals, and on the deeper meaning of the prophecies that guide the future of Israel. The Book of Jubilees may hold the key to unlocking the understanding of these ancient traditions, shedding light on how the Red Heifer, the Third Temple, and the prophecies connect in a way that is not only historic but prophetic. What if these ancient scriptures are not just stories of the past, but signs pointing to a future that is closer than we think? The Red Heifer is not just a symbol in Jewish tradition. It is the heartbeat of purification. In ancient times, its ashes were used to purify those who had become impure, particularly after coming into contact with death. The ritual was sacred, profound, and deeply connected to the holiness of the temple. But the Red Heifer's significance goes beyond a mere ritual. It is a link between the people and God. For thousands of years, the desire to find the perfect Red Heifer has lived on, burning brightly in the hearts of the faithful. It was believed that only a flawless Red Heifer could usher in the rebuilding of the Third Temple, an event that many see as a divine promise. Today, the search for the Red Heifer is not just rooted in history. It has become a modern-day quest. The search has intensified in recent years, as reports surface of Red Heifers born with the rare qualities needed for the ritual. These discoveries have caused waves of excitement in Israel. Could this be the sign the world has been waiting for? The urgency and hope surrounding the Red Heifer are palpable. People are asking, could the discovery of a perfect Red Heifer signal the return of the Third Temple? Could this be the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy? As more Red Heifers are found, the connection between the past and the present grows clearer. It feels like the pieces of an ancient puzzle are finally falling into place. The Third Temple isn't just a distant dream anymore. It's becoming a real possibility. People in Israel are filled with a renewed sense of urgency, believing that the Red Heifer is a precursor to the temple's arrival. But why is this ritual so crucial? What does it truly mean for Israel, for the Jewish people, and for the world? The Red Heifer is not just a symbol of purification. It may very well be the prophetic sign of a new era for Israel, a sign that the long-awaited Third Temple is drawing closer with each passing day. The Third Temple, a powerful, prophetic vision deeply rooted in Jewish tradition. For centuries, the hope of rebuilding this sacred structure has been a central part of Jewish faith. The temple is not just a building. It represents the return of God's presence to His people. a symbol of restoration, redemption, and ultimate fulfillment of divine promises. In Jewish thought, the rebuilding of the Third Temple is intertwined with the coming of the Messiah, who will lead the way in establishing peace, justice, and spiritual renewal for all of Israel. But despite the centuries of anticipation, the path to the Third Temple is riddled with profound challenges. It's not just a matter of laying bricks and stones, it's about reconciling ancient traditions with the complexities of the modern world. The political, religious, and geographical obstacles are immense. In Jerusalem, the Temple Mount stands at the heart of fierce conflicts, home to religious sites sacred to Jews, Muslims, and Christians alike. The tension surrounding this area adds layers of controversy, making the rebuilding of the temple a sensitive and contentious issue. Would the world embrace the rebuilding, or would it spark even greater divisions? For the Jewish people, the Third Temple is a beacon of hope, but for many others, it represents a source of conflict and tension. But what if the Red Heifer holds the key to overcoming these challenges? What if this ancient purification ritual is the final piece of the prophecy? Could it be the signal that the time has truly come for the Third Temple? The birth of the Red Heifer could signify the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where the impossible becomes possible, where centuries of yearning might finally be fulfilled. Some believe that beyond the physical challenges lies a deeper, mystical significance, that the rebuilding of the temple is not just about bricks, but about preparing the world for a new spiritual era. This belief echoes in Jewish eschatology, where the temple's return is seen as the ultimate sign of redemption, ushering in a time of peace and divine harmony. The Book of Jubilees, often referred to as the Lesser Genesis, holds a mysterious yet profound place in Jewish history. It is an ancient text that sheds light on the hidden aspects of biblical events, providing a deeper understanding of the world's creation, the laws of purity, and the role of the temple in divine plans. While not included in the Hebrew Bible, the Book of Jubilees offers a unique lens through which to view the stories of the Torah. It presents these stories with a particular focus on timelines, prophecies, and the importance of spiritual rituals that have echoed through the ages. One of the most striking aspects of the Book of Jubilees is its prophecy regarding the temple. It reveals not only the significance of the temple in God's divine order, but also emphasizes the essential role of purification rituals and sacrifices in preparing for its construction. The ancient Jewish understanding of purity, deeply connected to sacrificial rites, is a theme that runs throughout the text. The Book of Jubilees also highlights the importance of sacrifice in atoning for sins, emphasizing that only through purity can the people be made worthy of receiving God's presence. As we reflect on the Red Heifer, it becomes clear that its role in purification ties directly into the teachings of the Book of Jubilees. The ashes of the Red Heifer, used in purification rituals, align perfectly with the concept of cleansing before the arrival of the Third Temple. Could the purification process, so deeply rooted in both the Red Heifer and the Book of Jubilees, be the final step needed to restore the sacred space for the divine? As the pieces of this ancient prophecy begin to fall into place, the question remains: does the Book of Jubilees hold the timeline and deeper insight we need to understand the true significance of the Third Temple's return? Could the Red Heifer be the sign we've been waiting for? As we pull together the threads of the Red Heifer, the Third Temple, and the Book of Jubilees, a powerful and profound picture begins to form, one that has captured the imagination of the Jewish people for centuries. These ancient elements are not merely historical markers, but prophetic signs, each carrying an immense weight of meaning and possibility. The Red Heifer, whose ashes were once used to purify the people before they could enter the Holy Temple, holds a deeper significance now than ever before. Its perfect return is seen by many as the key to unlocking the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy, the arrival of the Third Temple. For centuries, the Jewish faith has eagerly awaited the Third Temple, a symbol of spiritual renewal and divine presence on earth. This temple, prophesied to be built in Jerusalem, would not only restore the sacred space for worship, but also signal the return of the Messiah, the herald of peace and justice. Yet, without the purification ritual of the red heifer, the building of this temple cannot begin. The search for the perfect red heifer has therefore taken on an urgent and sacred quality. With each new discovery of a potential red heifer, the anticipation grows. Could this be the one? Could the discovery of a pure red heifer truly mark the beginning of the return of the third temple? The Book of Jubilees, with its ancient wisdom, offers a glimpse into the deeper understanding of these prophecies. It speaks of purification, of sacred rituals that prepare the people and the land for God's presence to dwell among them once again. It is no coincidence that the red heifer, mentioned in the Book of Numbers, aligns so closely with the prophecies found within the Book of Jubilees. The purification required for the temple's construction is not just a physical process, it is a spiritual one, and the red heifer is the divine tool for this sacred transformation. As the world watches and waits, the question arises: could the return of the red heifer be the final sign for the arrival of the third temple? And if so, what does this mean for the future of Israel? What will happen when the red heifer is found, the temple is rebuilt, and the prophecies unfold? Will this mark the dawn of a new era, an era of peace, prosperity, and spiritual fulfillment? Or will the challenges ahead be even greater than expected? The pieces of this ancient puzzle are slowly coming together. But what happens next? Will the red heifer fulfill its prophetic purpose? Could this be the moment when Israel's destiny truly begins to unfold? As we piece together the ancient signs, the red heifer, the third temple, and the Book of Jubilees, it becomes increasingly clear that these elements are not just relics of the past. They are living prophecies that have the power to reshape the future. For centuries, Jews around the world have held on to the hope that the third temple will one day rise again in Jerusalem. It is seen not just as a physical structure, but as the very center of spiritual renewal and divine connection. Yet, this dream cannot be realized without the return of the red heifer, a sign of purification, a divine tool to cleanse the people and prepare the land for God's presence to dwell among them once again. But why does the red heifer carry such weight? It is because, as we learned, it is an essential part of the purification process that precedes the building of the third temple. The ancient texts, from Numbers to the Book of Jubilees, have made it clear. The return of the red heifer is not just a ritual. It's a divine sign, a marker of the times, signaling that the hour is near for the fulfillment of the prophecies. As the search for the red heifer intensifies, the anticipation grows. Could the world be on the brink of a new spiritual chapter? Could the third temple truly be rebuilt, as foretold, and usher in an era of peace, prosperity, and divine harmony? The power of these ancient prophecies is undeniable, and as we witness the unfolding of these events, we can't help but wonder, what does it all mean for us today? It is in these moments that we are reminded that the past is not separate from the present. These prophecies are not just stories. They are warnings, signs, and messages meant for the here and now. The red heifer may be the key that unlocks a future we've only imagined. As we stand at the crossroads of history, we must ask ourselves, could this truly be the moment we've been waiting for? If you're intrigued by the possibilities, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video to support our journey in exploring these ancient mysteries. Watch the full video for a deeper dive into the red heifer, the third temple, and their prophetic significance. And we want to hear from you. What do you think? Could the red heifer truly be the prophetic sign we've all been waiting for? Share your thoughts in the comments below.